I think appropriately for the first question, I'm going to ask you about the first scene in the film. How'd you do it?
Wow, it was tricky. It's an easy pass ramp in LA, which I discovered by when Waze incorrectly told me to go there, and I got a ticket in the mail afterwards. But for that reason, it's a little easier to shut down than other parts of the freeway. But so that is a real freeway ramp. We shut it down for I think 2 days to shoot, we were able to rehearse a little bit beforehand, but not much. Most of the rehearsals had to be in like parking lots and stuff. And it happened to be the heat wave in LA at that moment when we shot, which is also that's filmmaking. But it was part of the fun of shooting it. Was shooting it kind of in a real environment. So when you're seeing the dancers dancing, you're also seeing lanes of traffic underneath. Those people are just probably normal people driving, thinking what the hell is going on there. I like that.
Okay, I'd like to ask the composer and lyricist on stage, Justin, and Benj, and Damien, just what your collaboration was like in working on the music for the film.
I'll hand it in a second to these guys. Just from a musical standpoint, I was writing a lot of music while Damien was writing the script. So I was, being inspired by what he was writing, the characters he was writing, the story he was telling. We work at piano demo stage first. Just to make, vet all the melodies and make sure we, melodies are really feeling, memorable, at the most stripped down form. And then as soon as, there's a lot of feedback, a lot of back and forth with Damien, between me and him. And then as soon as we felt like things were kind of feeling, locked musically, then passed the songs off to these guys who did such an amazing job, with telling the stories and being able to write lyrics over music that had been written kind of blew my mind because there were, constraints there already, and yet they were telling story, informing character, conveying, the emotion and the tone and all of it over me. Every time we got a new draft of the lyric, I was just kind of floored. So I'll let them talk now. Justin,
it was just an amazing process to work with these beautiful melodies and to have it be so clear the direction that what we were trying to write toward. Damien would come in, and it's like for the Roommates song, for example, it's now called Someone in the Crowd, but he would give us every single camera shot.
We were like sort of a little unclear as to what we were supposed to write exactly, and he was like, okay, well, I know what's happening. We were like, we thought everyone was a little clear, and then he just literally talked us through every single camera movement and angle and shot of the entire number. We were like, okay, so you're clear, we need to do our job.
And yeah, it was just so inspiring to work. Had a lot of late nights and a lot of pizza delivery and a lot of forming this together. It was amazing to work with this team.
Okay, we'll turn it over to you guys now. Anything? I'm good. Mezzanine. Go for it. Yeah.
First off, Damien, your previous work inspired me to become a filmmaker. So,
thank you.
Yeah. First off, I love the film on all levels. All right, I'm tearing up a little bit. I want to start off by saying that I love the inspiration that obviously must have came from other musicals, and I'd just like to hear, what was the big inspiration that made you make this?
So first, a compliment about how much you love the film, and your previous work inspired him to be a filmmaker as well. And just wondering about your own inspiration, other musicals or other films that might have inspired you in this project.
I think more than any, it's I love the old Hollywood musicals, obviously, as you can see, but I really have a special fondness for the French answer to those musicals, for the Jacques Demy musicals of the 60s, Umbrella to Cherbourg, and The Young Girls of Rochefort. And certainly Michel Legrand, the composer of those movies, was a big inspiration for Justin. The inspiration for me was kind of like, it came from loving those movies, but also in school, the movies I was making were documentaries, and so it was always kind of in the back of my mind if there could be some way to really push what those movies did a little further. In other words, do a musical, but really grounded in real life, and really try to invest it with stuff that felt a little messier, a little more real, that was basically the inspiration. It was trying to take those movies I loved and trying to ground them and make something contemporary out of it, hopefully.
Okay, yeah, front row, go ahead.
I'm all right. I just want to say you two were absolutely amazing in this. Yeah. And Damien, I just want to know, in the end, you decided not to put the two characters together. And what the thought process that went into that?
So a compliment to the actors on stage and how amazing you all were. And then Damien, you chose not to have the two characters come together in the end. What was the thought behind that decision?
I get blamed for this one. I think it was a little bit kind of what I was saying before of real life doesn't always live up to, the dreams in the movies, but I think that in a way is a great subject for a movie, and that's kind of, again, what drove me with this, was making a movie that was definitely informed by these idealized visions that you get from the old Hollywood musicals, but one in which, hopefully you have to question a little bit whether real life lives up and what the give and take has to be, and these are characters who and every character in the movie, I think, to a certain extent, has to kind of negotiate the balance between dreams and reality, as we all do. And so to me, it was just trying to say something about that, and trying to, I don't know, I find movies also where the lovers wind up not together and more romantic, because when they wind up together, it's like you don't know what's going to happen after the movie. These two will always be a perfect pair for me.
And Ryan, is this your third time working together? Yeah? What was it like for the third time? Good night. What was it like? It was a nice one to say that.
Well, I like working with Emma. Because I think she's secretly Canadian. I think that's why we get along so well. She's wildly apologetic for no reason at all.
Sorry about that. Maybe a question for all of the cast on stage. If you could just talk a little bit more about your characters, what they meant to you, and how you prepared for these roles, especially, I'm sure people want to know, the singing, the dancing.
All right. We rehearsed for about almost 3 months for it, and so a lot of dancing, a lot of singing, a lot of prep. We learned to tap and ballroom dance, which was wonderful. We had an amazing choreographer named Mandy Moore, who's just she's unbelievable. She really was so patient with us, and really, literally took us step by step through the entire thing. So we were very lucky in that sense, but yeah.
Do you want to add to that one, Ryan, as well?
I'm not clear on the question.
If you could just talk a little bit about what it meant for you to work on this project and how you prepared for this role.
Well, yeah, like Emma said, there was a lot of patience involved. We have wonderful coaches and a wonderful team of people around us, and really beautiful music to do it to. I had to play a lot of piano for those 3 months, and I never. When I first, I'm getting off topic here, but when I first met Damien, we didn't really think about this movie, we just talked. He talked about how he wanted to make films that he wanted to see in a theater with an audience, but not something you could watch on your iPhone. He was dreaming very big, and it was very exciting. And then when I got home, he emailed me the theme from the film, the love theme, and I thought it was beautiful then. I think it's beautiful now, and I played it more times than I can say to you, and I never got sick of it. So for me, it was a treat to just practice on this film because we got to work with all this beautiful music and these wonderful people. So I feel very honored to be a part of it.
This is my first time really acting in a speaking role in a film, so thank you, Damien, for leaving and taking a chance on me. I obviously got to play a musician, so it wasn't a huge stretch for me. I did have to learn how to play guitar, or at least look like I learned how to play guitar. And that was a bit of a challenge, but I spent a little time with the coach on the guitar and then the coach on the acting, and just hoped I didn't embarrass myself. That was really my approach to it. And with the character, I felt like I understood Sebastian a lot because I've been around musicians my whole life, and I understand those who are more bound to tradition and more purist and don't want to sell out. And I'm kind of like a sellout in some ways. Because I've done okay. And when I talked to David about what Keith represented, he didn't want him to be such a sellout that you thought, oh, this music is crap. You just wanted him to be the kind of person that was thinking about a contemporary audience and was making music for a contemporary audience. Not that he was terrible at music, but that he wanted to make modern, current music that wasn't stuck in a jazz club. And so I tried to embody that person without being a complete asshole to Sebastian.
John is being modest, but that wonderful speech that he has in the middle of the film about pushing the art form forward versus selling out, he improvised that whole speech.
Wow.
And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful speech.
Honestly, I feel like if I start talking, I'm just falling crying again. I just wanted to be part of something this beautiful, and I had a feeling that Damien could pull it off, and to just be with such just soulful, present, gorgeous actors. I'm just very grateful.